It's no secret that bass love to eat worms, but how big is too big? Well, the latest trend coming out of Japan is crazy long worms. I mean, the bass are absolutely eating these things up. And if they can catch bass on Lake Biwa, well, you know they're going to catch bass here in the States. I mean, they are sold out everywhere. I can't find them online. But luckily, Jason over at Epic Bait Molds has us covered. Let's get into it. Yep, take it all in. 16 inches of worm. That's right, bait chuckers, it's the mold they tell you not to worry about. The 16-inch spaghetti worm mold by Epic Bait Molds. So awesome of Jason to bring us a JDM style worm mold like this. 16 super long inches of worm action. Now, what's cool about these is that they're meant to be fished Neko style, right? So the way the mold is set up, you have one end that's flat, that's the side that you pull off of the sprue, or you'll put your weight in, and then you have the tail side, and we got this nice egg sac right here in the middle. Super awesome, long, stretchy. I've been pouring them with 242 bait plastics. I also have one that is dead on plastic sinking swim bait, jerk bait blend, also relatively stretchy. But these are meant to be fished Neko style, so we'll get into rigging here in a second. But first, I want to tell you about today's sponsor. Now, those of you who've been following the channel for a while know that a few months back earlier this year, my wife and I made a big move out of the Bay Area out here to the countryside so she could quit her job, not only help with 8-Bit Baits, but also to finish writing her book. As I've been working on 8-Bit Baits for the last few years, she has been working on publishing her very first book and becoming a romance author. She's an aspiring romance author. Well, I'm very proud of my wife and very excited to say that her first book, Like Pineapple on Pizza by Amber May, is now going to be published on November 4th. It's available for pre-order now. I'll put the links down below in the description. You can get the Kindle version on Amazon. You can also order a paperback on both Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Again, I'll leave links down below. So, you know, bait chuckers, your wives, your girlfriends, your significant others, if they're into romance novels, give it a shot. It makes for a great gift. We got Christmas coming up here very soon, and you know, if your wife or significant other doesn't read romance novels, well, you might want to get them hooked. You know, because I mean, all the other bait chuckers in the audience can vouch. Good things happen. So if you want a romance novel with a little bit of spice for your significant other, thank you to our sponsor, my wife, Like Pineapple on Pizza, available for pre-order now. So with that out of the way, let's get into rigging up some of these 16-inch worms. These are just a couple of the colors I have made up so far. I did some motor oil. This was another motor oil blended with some remelts. This was an interesting color here. It's half orange and half red. This was using the that new transparent pigments from Barlow's Tackle. I got the idea for this from watching Mike over at Bar Down Baits. So thank you for those, Michael. Actually, I'll put a link to that video in the upper right-hand corner of the screen if you all want to check it out. You know, blended those together and got a really awesome, cool, kind of like plum-looking color out of it with a little sonic powder in there. Very translucent. I do like the fact that these worms do laminate evenly all the way across too. You can kind of see that perfect laminate I'm talking about there. Half of the worm is purple, the other half of the worm is orange. Awesome, cool, transparent colors there from Barlow's. And then, of course, messing around with some, you know, color shift. I mean, some Trinity mica shift powder. I mean, if we didn't make a color shift worm, what would we be doing over here? What's really cool is that you can leave these to cure in a straight line, right? This will give you definitely your straight worm, but you can also curl them up like this as well. So if you want more of like a curled up action, you can keep them curled up here as they cure as well. So lots of different ways to cure them. And I've put together a little bit of a tackle box here, and this is what I use to fish these worms. There's not a lot really involved for rigging. I do keep a pair of pliers on hand. These are tube pliers. And then I use both 6mm and 7mm tubes, depending where I'm going to rig it on the bait. And then I have my size 1/0 and then my size 1 hooks here. I like to use the Ryugi Talisman hooks. Got my baits, 1/16, 1/8, as well as 3/16 tungsten weights, and then some worms over here. Very easy to rig up. You can see it just involves a tube here in the middle of the egg sac, and then whoop, that's the tail. There we go, a tungsten weight there. That's all we need. So one little tungsten weight, put yourself a tube on there. I recommend the 7mm tube if you're going to rig it on the egg sac. Now if you want to move it a little further up or a little further down, if you want more of a Neko rig style instead of a wacky rig style, then you can use a 6mm band on the thinner portion of the bait. Here you go, you can see I have a 7mm band here on the left. This is rigged up in the egg sac in the middle of the bait. And then I have a 6mm band, and this is rigged up further down on the body of the bait. So 6mm and 7mm bands, depending on where you want to rig the bait, that's going to be your friend. So again, the weight here, the tungsten weight, is going to be on the bottom, and then the rest of the worm is going to float and coil up. And we want to make sure we put our hook right through the band, but we don't want to hook through the actual plastic of the bait. This is going to help your bait last a long time. Another big thing is we want to make sure that our hook faces up away from the weight. And when I rig it through the tube here, you can see I'm not really rigging it through the plastic. I'm trying to guide along the top of that tube the best that I can there. And I just pull it through just like that. So you can see here we want the hook to face upwards, and we have the bottom of the weight right there. So facing upwards from the weight side is where we want to be, and just like that we have an easy rigging. So now when we cast it out, keep in mind, this worm is so long here, but that weight will be at the bottom, our hook will be in the middle, and then this will be dangling. But now when you pop it and you let it sit, the whole thing is just going to curl up in a ball on the bottom, and that bass is just going to come by, grab that whole thing, give it a nice hook set, and boom, you'll get them in the roof of the mouth every single time. Beautiful. 16-inch spaghetti worm. Couldn't be more simpler to rig or fish. Great finesse technique when the bass aren't biting. All right, let's get this poured in a couple of cool colors. I definitely want to get some Morning Dawn, and then I want to try a pretty awesome laminate. At least then I have an idea for a laminate. Let's give it a shot. All right, here we are, fresh cup of plastisol. First up, we are going to make a quick little Morning Dawn. So, of course, we're going to grab our violet grape, and it is a 1/2 cup, so we're going to go in with 10 drops. Nice thing about these worm molds is they don't take up a lot of plastic, so no need to really go crazy. We don't need a full cup. We can get 2 full runs out of this 1/2 cup. Look at that beautiful Morning Dawn purple pink. Awesome stuff. Okay, let's go in just a dash of red flake. We're going to do our take on Aaron's Morning Dawn. Again, we got a 1/2 cup. We don't want a ton of it in there. We just want enough of it to give us that little bit of sparkle. Just like that. You see that there on the knife? Almost looks translucent, but you can see it in the cup. That red sparkle in there. Just what we want. And last but not least, we're going to go in on a little bit of Sonic. So this is HS610 in the Hollow Shift powder line. And I'm just going to take, again, just a pinch. We only have a 1/2 cup. And I just want to put that little bit of blue sheen in there. Okay, just that little bit. Just to help some of that purple to pink shift. I know this color works because we used it in the pintail molds. So if we know that the pintail mold slammed it on the drop shot, so this should definitely work wonders using the same exact color in the 16-inch spaghetti worm. There we go. Our version of Morning Dawn. We are all set. We'll get this reheated and ready to shoot. All right, here we go. We are all set. Don't forget to glove up. All right, here we go. Morning Dawn in the spaghetti worm. Let's get what we can. I don't think we're going to need all of that. Nice medium pace as always. Now we are going to want to hold pressure on this mold, okay? It is a long worm mold, okay? And it can dent very easily. That's a lot of cooling going on there. So holding a little bit of pressure always helps. All right, I think that's good enough. We can pop up. Make sure to top off. Beautiful. Now again, keep an eye out over here, okay? This is going to want to drink. You can start to see it sucking down a little bit right there. Make sure to come on in and top it off. Want to make sure those worms get completely filled in all the way through. Just look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That's, I mean, look at it there on the tip of the injector. Morning Dawn. I mean, any worm, motor oil or Morning Dawn, just go-to colors for any worm mold. You just know it's going to look absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at that. Such awesome stuff. All right, let us have a look. 16-inch spaghetti worm. I mean, you can take a look at that sprue. That Morning Dawn is looking great. Is it going to work out for us? Maybe. Maybe, yeah. I think so. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. 16 inches of Morning Dawn goodness. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful thing. Oh my. I mean, just that looks like candy ropes right there, huh? Doesn't that? The twinkle of that red in there, giving it that Aaron's Morning Dawn. You can see the blue of the Sonic on the edges, giving it that glow. Yep. Beautiful stuff. Awesome. So what do you think? You think this will fish? Let me know in the comments below. 16 inches of Morning Dawn. I think this is one of the first ones that we should throw on the water. That's what I'm thinking. All right, we have 2 fresh cups of plastisol ready to go. Actually, we're going to set one off to the side here. We're going to start off with one color here for the laminate. And for the laminate, I figured we'd try and match the pink lemonade from the G Crazy. We're going to play around with some of these Barlow's transparent colors. So we got the fluorescent pink as well as the transparent fluorescent yellow. So let's start with the pink first and see how it does. This is a half a cup, so we're going to go ahead and start with 10 drops. All right, looking at that. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, my goodness. That gives us a beautiful Morning Dawn color as it is already. Look at that. Okay. Was not expecting that. I'm actually going to go 10 more, which would be the equivalent of 40. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Was not expecting that to happen. My goodness, Barlow's coming in out of nowhere with a winner. All right, there you go. Grab it while you can. Transparent fluorescent pink. I don't have a discount code over there or an affiliate link, so let them know that Bait Chuckin' sent you, huh? All right, well, we're going to keep it relatively simple. I had only planned to add some silver crushed rupees into each of these. Maybe we'll add a little bit of silver holographic. you never know. But for right now, I'm just going to go maybe, I don't know, half of a 16th. Stir that in. Is that going to give it any kind of bling whatsoever? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, I like what that's doing. I'm going to go another half a 16th. So 1 full 16th rupees in a half a cup. That's quite a bit, not going to lie. But the bling I'm getting out of this is incredible right now. Look at that. That is an amazing fluorescent pink bling. That's going to make an awesome half to this pink lemonade. I'll tell you what. Awesome. Awesome. Incredible stuff. Fluorescent pink. All right. Barlow's. Heck yeah. All right. Our next color is starting to set up on us, so we're going to try and hurry. Again, we're going to do the same here. We're going to start with 10 drops of the transparent fluorescent yellow. Okay, we'll get this mixed in here. All right, and I can tell you right away, I don't see a whole lot of fluorescence or a whole lot of yellow going on. Okay, not as amazing as the pink was. Let's try another 10 drops. Okay, we're yellow, but still extremely translucent and kind of like a burnt lemon. I mean, I guess it might kind of match, but we're gonna need more. All right, so here we go. We reheated it up, and we're up to 50 drops in a half a cup, which I guess would be 100 drops total. And we're finally getting what looks to be a nice kind of solid yellow. It's transparent, but I wouldn't call it a fluorescent yellow by any means. I mean, I guess kind of has a little bit of a highlighter yellow on the edges. Maybe we'll see how it looks in the water. I don't know, but we're going to get some crushed rupees in it, just like we wanted on the other side. So we put 1 full 16th on the pink side. We'll go 1 full 16th on this side as well. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. That gives us our bling, and I think that's all we're going to need for this pink lemonade. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. Again, don't forget to glove up. These should make for an amazing pink lemonade color. I hope they keep their colors. Let's see how they interact. I know sometimes when you blend the pink and the yellow, you can get a little bit of a different color. Hopefully they keep their colors, but we'll see how they blend. Injection felt really good. I definitely see a little orange there. See how that plays out. Awesome. I'm definitely seeing as the yellow kind of, how do you say it, solidifies, cools off on the edges. You can kind of see that highlighter yellow. So I'm starting to see some of the fluorescent portion of the yellow. So hopefully it looks good. I mean, look at that in the cup. That's a sparkly, yellowy chartreusey goodness there with that pink. I mean, beautiful. I mean, morning dawn color. This is an amazing, amazing color right here. Really in love with this pink dye. I mean, look at that on the injectors. I mean, that is just fluorescent pink through and through. You almost get a tad bit of orange, similar to the Jelly Apple Red from Lureworks, but not quite. And there you can see that fluorescent showing through on that yellow. Okay, all right. This should look pretty good. Let's see what this transparent pink lemonade looks like. All right, here we go. 16-inch spaghetti worm in the pink lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. Let's get it off. Oh, wow. Okay. My arm's in the way. Do you see that? Look at whatever this crazy neon orange is that popped up from the yellow side with that pink showing through. Oh, that is awesome. And is it pink? Yeah, it's pink on the other side. Look at that. Incredible. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful pink lemonade. You can see The pink on one side, the yellow on the other. Whew, well, I mean, it looks just like the G-Crack version, but more translucent. Oh yeah, pretty cool. That's going to get seen. I mean, talk about a high visibility worm right there. You got the yellow, the pink. I can't even fit it into a frame. Look at that. It's going to be hard to do a thumbnail for this video, you know, trying to fit the whole worm into one image there. But I mean, you can see the translucence even further away from the camera. You can see kind of the gap in between my fingers there. It's definitely some translucent colors for sure. Very cool. There's a great shot of that laminate all the way through, the entire way. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know how Jason gets the mold to laminate for 16 inches all the way down, but that's incredible. Really, really cool stuff. I mean, I want to shoot another round of these, so I have 6, but I also want to shoot that pink all by itself. That is super, super cool. All right, there you go. Let's get another round of it going. All right, let's take a look at round 2 of the pink lemonade. Look at that, came out fluorescent orange just like the first one. I mean, at least that's what it looks like. It's really just an optical illusion. We're looking at the pink side right now, actually. And so if we peel it back, there's the yellow side. Very cool illusion, pink lemonade. Pretty cool. Awesome stuff. Pink lemonade. All right, here we go. What I actually did this round was I took the leftover transparent fluorescent pink and then I blended it with the leftover morning dawn that we had. So I didn't have enough to do just the pink on its own. Didn't want to bust out another half cup of plastisol. But let's see what we got here. Yeah, looking good. Kind of like a more pink version of the morning dawn. Beautiful. Awesome stuff. Let's get the peel back. Yeah, it's kind of got some of that orange in there. A little bit, like I was mentioning, almost like a jelly apple red. Beautiful stuff. Awesome. That looks really cool. A little more on the purple side because of the violet grape that's mixed in there as well. But I think that is going to make for an awesome worm color as well. All right, we have got ourselves a nice slew of worms. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get some close-ups. Let's see if we can't catch some fish. So I did manage to get out and fish. I actually took it up to the smaller reservoir where we destroyed them on the pintail worm in a previous video. However, there was a storm coming in and the audio was pretty crummy. We didn't do so good on the peninsula we went to. The wind was kind of blowing in our direction. It was actually quite frustrating, getting lots of backlashes. Kind of difficult to throw a 16-inch worm, but went out to the dock and literally second cast, picked up a nice little bass here on the morning dawn worm right before the storm got a little crazy. So wind started blowing real bad, rain started coming in, so I had to pack it up and call it in. So but 16-inch spaghetti worm, a phenomenal bait. Thank you again, Jason and Amanda from Epic Bait Molds, for letting me test out this mold. This is pretty sweet. Super excited to have this in my arsenal, and we are going to be using these quite a lot here at these ponds and definitely on the Delta. But fear not, bait chuckers, I am not going to leave you with just a single fish catch. We have some bonus fishing footage for you, so you can stick around for that. But before I leave you, don't forget my wife's brand new book, Like Pineapple on Pizza. This is available for pre-order. Makes a great gift for your significant other out there, bait chuckers. If you're looking for a nice, inexpensive gift, you can pre-order this on barnesandnoble.com or amazon.com. Links down below in the description. So with that, I'm going to send you off to some bonus fishing. And until next time, y'all, you know who it is. Your friend on this end, Michael, out here around these Delta sloughs, reminding you to keep on chucking. I'll get back with you. All right, what's going on, bait chuckers? We are back at the irrigation pond, and it is looking juicy. Looking for some redemption. We have got an entire bag full of tactical shads here ready to go. 4 setups here at the back of the truck. We got our strolling set up here, of course, so we can no scope some bass doing some hover strolling. That is, of course, using the Epic Bait Molds hover rig right there, corner ounce 4/0 hook. We also have the grass piece. That's right, the actual grass piece. We got our hands on one, so we got a 4.2-inch tactical shad as a trailer on there. And then we got our BFS setups here. We got our first gen fishing jaw dropper, little jerkbait action, as well as the drop shot, just in case we get desperate. So lots of different ways to rig it up. I think we're going to start with the strolling rod, just because it's been such a fun way to catch them, especially without using any type of electronics. I mean, just take a look at that. That's a beautiful little strolling bait there. It's nice and calm. Don't want to get too rowdy, so we'll just get in there. And first we'll do a cast from way back here. We don't want them to know we're coming. There's one. There's one. There's one. Oh yeah. There he is. Oh yeah. Get in here. Good one. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, come here, buddy. Oh. Oh no. Oh, we broke off right there. Oh, I don't have a net. Oh no. Oh. All right. Oh boy. We're going in. We're coming, buddy. We're coming, buddy. I got you. I got you. Oh. Literally lost a sandal. All right. There we go. Oh, he's bleeding. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, buddy. All right. One sandal and a hover jig later. That's a fish. There's a fish. Come on, buddy. Another good one. Another good one. Oh, come on. Stay out of the weeds. There we go. Let's go. Look at that. Huh? Solid fish. Hover rig right to the dome. Yeah. Thanks for playing, buddy. Yeah, that's weeds. Weeds. I see a bunch of bait fish over there, but it's a lot of grass too. That's the problem. No scoping doesn't work fantastically around grass. I guess it does if we can stay on top. Just have to reel a little bit quicker. That feels like a fish. Oh, that felt like a fish. We'll give it a couple more casts over here. I do see some action. Could just only be bait fish, but where there's bait fish, there's big fish. But the grass is telling me that the bass are going to be transitioning out more towards the main lake, outside of this little cove. But I see lots of bait fish action over there. So I'm hoping where there's bait fish, you know, maybe there's a feeding fish. Like that? No? We might have had one there. You saw the line curve off to the left. We might have had one. I think we maybe just yanked it out of his mouth. Might have been a little one. Let's try that again. All right, trying to get it up quickly. This is an 1/8 of an ounce, or a 1/4 ounce head on there. That's a fish. Yep, there we go. I knew there had to be fish over there. Get out of the grass, come on. Oh, I'm gonna drag you all the way through it, buddy. Dragging you all the way through it. Get out of there. Don't make me tighten my drag on you. You're just a little guy. No scoping on the tactical shad. Nice. Swallowed it. Thanks for playing, buddy. Huh? Who needs forward-facing sonar? I love this technique, even from shore. It's so effective. All right. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. None of this looks promising down here. What I see is a bunch of grass from this cove that's dying back. We'll try out in the middle here, but I have a feeling it's just gonna be grassy all in the middle, knowing the other lakes around here. This may not be good, bait chuckers. We're gonna give it a shot, but I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here if it's a bunch of grass. Don't mind me. I'm just a tactical shad strolling through the grassy fields here, just waiting. I'm just a little old tactical shad. Really trying to reel in fast and keep it above the surface, or above the grass there. Oh, there one came out. Oh, look at that. You all saw that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, tactical shad at work. Whoa, come here, buddy. Okay, whoa. That's a decent bass. Whoa. You're going to hurt yourself, buddy. You're going to hurt yourself. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Hey, you're not bad. Huh? Came right out of that grass. Side of the mouth. Beautiful. Tactical shad. All right, buddy, we're going to walk you down. I'm not going to throw you like that. Trying to do you a solid, buddy. You're trying to cut my thumb. There you go. Get back in that grass. All right. See that? He came right out there. That was sweet. Okay, I've never been to the river here before, so we're going to bring a couple of baits. We'll bring the grass piece. We're going to bring a tactical shad on a small one here on a 1/8 ounce first gen fishing jaw dropper. The no scope hover rig tactical shad. Love my no scope rig. Okay, heading towards the sound of water. Ooh, I see the dam over there. That's a good sign. Oh, look at that. Well, it's not very deep, I'll tell you that. Oh, here we go. Okay. It's a nice little river pool here. I bet this is cold too. This is all snow runoff. Shall we, oh yeah, oh, it feels so good. There's one. There's one. What's up, buddy? River bass on the tactical shad. No scoping. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Easy, buddy. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. They fight good in the river, boy. Beautiful. Is that a spot? That might be a spot. Yeah. There he goes. I threw that right up in the current. I knew that's where it would be. All right, so they are right up in there. Oh, I wasn't recording. We got it though. Oh yeah, baby river. Oh, is that a smallie? Maybe. I see little beady red eyes. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Little baby river smallmouth. 3.2-inch tactical shad, 1/8-inch jaw dropper. Is that a smallmouth? Yeah, it might be. Red eyes. Who knows? I don't know my fish. Don't yell at me. I'm sure the comments section is going to be tearing me up right now. You can let me know though if that was correct or not. I think it was a smallmouth. Comments will definitely let me know.